Morgan House. A name that sends shivers down the spine of anyone who hears it. A name whispered with fear. A place avoided by the brave and the curious alike. A place where shadows move, where the air is thick with the unknown. The house stands on a hill, overlooking a forgotten town. Locals tell stories of strange occurrences and eerie sounds that echo through the night. Stories of a family cursed, a family haunted. Whispers of tragedy and sorrow that linger in the halls. This is their story, a tale of ambition, downfall, and the supernatural. The house was built in 1872, a time of great prosperity and hope. Charles Morgan, a wealthy industrialist, wanted a monument to his success, a grand estate that would stand the test of time. He got more than wealth. He got darkness, a darkness that consumed him and his legacy. The house became his tomb, a place where his spirit is said to still roam. Now it's a beacon for the paranormal. We came to investigate, to face the darkness, to uncover the secrets that lie within. The Morgans were aristocracy. Money bought them everything, except happiness. The house was a palace, grand staircases, crystal chandeliers and cold fireplaces, a mausoleum of memories. Charles Morgan was a man obsessed with power, obsessed with the occult. His wife Margaret lived in fear. Fear of her husband, fear of the house. They had one child, a daughter named Eleanor. She disappeared, young. Another tragedy. Another whisper in the darkness. One night, Charles Morgan vanished, gone without a trace. Some say he fled from his demons. He had always been a man of secrets, harboring fears and anxieties that no one could quite understand. His disappearance left a void, a mystery that would haunt the town for years to come. Others say he went deeper, into the occult. He had been seen frequenting places of dark rituals, whispering incantations to the unknown. The forest held many secrets, and perhaps it had claimed him as its own. Into the darkness he worshipped. The cave, a place of ancient power, was said to be his sanctuary. It was there that he sought answers, but perhaps he found something far more sinister. Whatever happened, he was never seen again. The house fell silent. The once lively home became a place of sorrow and whispers. The walls seemed to hold the echoes of his last moments. Margaret and the staff remained. They felt a presence, a coldness. Margaret became reclusive. She would often be seen staring out of the window as if waiting for Charles to return. The staff whispered of shadows moving in the corners of their eyes, haunted by her husband's disappearance, haunted by something more. The house was changing. The darkness was growing. It was as if the very essence of the place was being consumed by an unseen force, leaving those within its walls in a perpetual state of fear. Margaret Morgan died in the house, alone. It was a cold, dreary night when she took her last breath. The walls of the house seemed to close in on her, suffocating her with memories of a life once filled with joy and laughter. But those days were long gone. They say she was driven mad by grief. The loss of her family weighed heavily on her heart, turning her once bright eyes into hollow voids of sorrow. She wandered the halls, calling out for loved ones who would never return. Driven mad by the house. Now her spirit lingers. Trapped. The house, with its creaking floors and whispering walls, became her eternal prison. Every corner holds a fragment of her shattered soul, echoing her pain and despair, unable to escape the darkness. Visitors report seeing her, a fleeting shadow, a soft sob in the dead of night. They feel her presence, a cold touch on their skin, a chill that seeps into their bones. A ghostly figure in a white gown. She appears in the garden where she once tended to roses, now overgrown and wild. Her dress, tattered and worn, flutters in the wind like a forgotten memory, her eyes filled with sadness. Eyes that once sparkled with life now reflect only the sorrow of a spirit unable to find peace. They say if you look into them, you can see the depths of her despair. The house is alive with activity, unexplained noises, cold spots, whispers on the wind. It's as if the house itself is mourning, sharing in Margaret's eternal grief. Lights flicker, doors creak, and the air grows heavy with an unseen presence. We felt it, the darkness, the despair. It wraps around you like a shroud, making it hard to breathe, hard to think. Every step you take feels like a journey deeper into the abyss. This is not a place for the living. It's a realm where the past and present collide, where the living are mere intruders in a world dominated by the dead. This is a place of sorrow, a place of fear. This is Morgan House, a monument to a love lost, a life ended, and a spirit that refuses to move on. Enter if you dare, but beware, for Margaret Morgan is always watching.